My name is Elena. I am 40 years old. And 3 months ago, I walked away from a marriage that looked perfect from the outside. Before you judge me, before you think, why would anyone leave a good life? I need you to listen, because my story is not about cheating, not about abuse, not about screaming fights. It's about something quieter, something more dangerous. It's about living in a beautiful lie. Everyone said I was lucky. A kind husband, a nice home, financial comfort. My husband's name was Ryan. We were married for 16 years. He worked hard. He paid the bills. He never hit me. He never cheated. On paper, my life was perfect, but inside that house, I felt invisible. I started noticing it in small ways. Ryan would come home, put his bag down, open his phone, and disappear into a screen. We ate dinner together, but we weren't really together. No stories, no laughter, no eye contact, just plates, forks, and silence. At night, we slept in the same bed, but our souls were miles apart. He never held my hand. He never kissed me for no reason. He never asked how my heart felt. I stopped asking too. That's how the lie grew. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I was too sensitive. Maybe marriage is supposed to feel boring. Maybe love fades with time. So I tried harder. I cooked better meals. I dressed nicer at home. I smiled more. But the more I tried, the smaller I became. I was turning into a decoration, not a woman. One night, everything changed. It was my birthday, my 40th. Ryan forgot. He came home late, sat on the couch, and turned on the TV. I waited. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, nothing. Finally, I said softly, "Do you know what day it is?" He looked confused. Then his eyes widened. "Oh, right. Happy birthday." He didn't stand up. He didn't hug me. He didn't even pause the TV. In that moment, something inside me cracked. Not loudly, quietly, like glass breaking underwater. That night, I went to the bathroom and cried without sound. Not because he forgot, but because I realized something terrifying. If I disappeared tomorrow, his life wouldn't change much. And that truth hurt more than anger ever could. After that, my body started speaking. I couldn't sleep. My chest felt heavy. My stomach stayed tight all day. Doctors said nothing is wrong, but I knew something was wrong. My heart was tired of pretending. One evening, I finally tried to talk. I said, "Ryan, do you still love me?" He didn't look at me. He said, "Of course I do. We're married." That answer scared me because love is not a contract. Love is not a habit. Love is presence, and he was absent. I asked, "When was the last time you missed me?" He stayed silent. That silence told me everything. We were not partners anymore. We were roommates with memories. For months, I fought with myself. Who leaves a stable marriage? Who walks away from safety? My friends said, "You're lucky." My family said, "Be grateful." But nobody asked if I was alive inside. One morning, I looked at myself in the mirror. My eyes looked older than 40, not from age, from emptiness. I whispered, "Is this how you want to live the rest of your life?" The answer scared me. No. The day I told Ryan, my hands were shaking. I said, "I don't feel loved. I feel tolerated." He looked shocked. He said, "But I provide everything." And that's when I understood the lie. He thought love meant money and routine. I needed touch, attention, warmth, and connection. We were speaking different languages of the heart. Leaving was not dramatic. No shouting, no broken plates, just quiet sadness. He asked, "Can't we fix this?" I said, "I've been fixing alone for years." And for the first time, I chose myself. The first weeks alone were strange. My apartment felt empty and peaceful, both at the same time. Some nights I missed him, some nights I missed the idea of him, but then I remembered the loneliness of sleeping next to someone who doesn't see you. And I knew real loneliness is worse than being alone. Slowly, I started meeting myself again. I walked without rushing. I drank coffee slowly. I listened to my own thoughts, and something beautiful happened. I began to breathe again. People ask me, "Was your marriage a lie?" And I say, "No, it was beautiful, but it wasn't true." It looked good, it sounded stable, it felt safe, but it wasn't love anymore. Here's what I learned. You don't need betrayal to leave. You don't need violence. You don't need disaster. Sometimes feeling invisible is reason enough. Sometimes wanting real love is brave, not selfish. If you're listening right now and your relationship feels quiet in a painful way, if you sit next to someone and still feel alone, please listen to your heart. Don't wait for life to break you loudly. Sometimes it whispers first. At 40, I didn't lose a marriage. I found myself. And that was the truth hiding inside my beautiful lie. If this story touched you, subscribe for more emotional life stories. And if you felt something similar, write it in the comments. Your story matters too.